What's up, everybody? I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Popcorn and Beer Podcast. I'm here with my man Blue from
What
Blue
up? What
South
up?
Live.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
man.
Yes, indeed. Been a minute. Hey, how y'all doing? Popcorn in your beard. What you call them, man? The what
Ah,
you call your
brother,
fan
we,
base, man?
we, we ain't got no name for him
The
yet.
Popcornians. What's up,
The
Popcornians?
Popcornians. The Popcornians is crazy. But man, we're sitting here. We're about to discuss the thing that's hit the ground running, man. Sinners.
Taking off.
God, man, like it is taking off like completely, bro. I was lucky enough to go see a press screening of this like a week like earlier,
Oh,
which was dope, man. Which was dope, but I had to like bite my tongue on everything because I could
uh,
because you can't take your phone in there,
yeah,
like
yeah,
so you
yeah.
just you just you just watch it and you got to sit with the info for a while.
Damn, you
But
lucky,
man,
man. Jacksonville used to get them, man. We don't get them no more. We used to get a lot of screeners.
mm,
We don't get them no more, man. So you lucky.
yeah, man, yeah. Luckily, I came across something good, so. Uh, Definitely was blessed to do that. So seeing it twice, man, it's like the first time you watch it, especially if you ever been to like a press screening. I think like just to sit there, and you got to like kind of analyze it while you watching it, so you don't really
Yeah,
get a chance to immerse yourself into the movie.
yeah.
So it's like that second time, the second watch is where you just you in it, like
You
you
can
with the
watch it.
crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually be a fan of it. And man, both times I would say I enjoyed myself. Um, but before we dive into spoilers, like overall, how did you feel about the movie?
Oh man, I was telling my daughter because she just wanted to go see it. But I was like, man, it hit me. This was a movie that really hit home. You know what I'm saying? With the
Mhm.
even with the time period, it hit home. You know what I'm saying? It got me thinking about like my great grandmother and stories she used to tell, and you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. And just being because you know what I'm saying. I used to come home. You know what I'm saying. Pops was in the army, so we was always traveling. Come back to Georgia, come home,
Right,
and he from the country. He from the country. You know what I'm saying.
you
So
got you. Yeah,
all of that was like familiar. Juke joints
yeah,
and dirt
yeah,
roads and stuff. You know what I'm saying. So
yeah,
it just hit
yeah,
home, man. And then the music aspect. I love music. You know what I'm saying.
yeah.
And the way the story just, man, it just everything about it hit home, man. Um, yeah, I didn't see no. Even when I try to go back in my brain, I don't see no real fault. Yeah, I mean, I can nitpick. You know what I'm saying? I think
Hmm.
anybody can nitpick, but I don't see nothing where he just Kugler, what you was doing here. Like I don't have none of that in this
Right,
movie.
right, right. For me, it's
Yeah.
the same. Like like being from man, music is a big part of our culture.
Mm-hmm.
Man, when they started talking about catfish, I was like, oh, I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. But no, like the music elements in it and the southern elements in it, it
Yeah.
didn't feel like like when you watch movies like period pieces, a lot of times it feels too slavish, I should say. And it didn't
Yeah.
really get that. They talked
It
about
didn't.
it, but you didn't really get that.
You didn't get a Jim Crow feel from this. It was Jim Crow,
Right, right.
and they
Oh, it
threw
was definitely.
elements in it, but nah,
Mhm,
this wasn't that. Even you know what?
absolutely.
If even with like Color Purple,
Hmm.
Jim Crow era,
Hmm.
uh, coming out of Civil War and going into Reconstruction, stuff like
Right,
that, or
right,
well, not Civil War. I'm sorry, coming out of World War One, Reconstruction, all that other good stuff. But like you said, it didn't feel, you know what I mean? Didn't feel that.
right,
So
right, right.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Um, and of course, you know what I'm saying. Like I don't find glaring weaknesses in it. The only issue I ever like I had coming out of the movie and like out both times. The beginning felt like it dragged a bit. So, but you're
Mm,
gonna get pacing issues with a 2.5 hour movie. My biggest thing is I wanted more vampires, man. Like that ending
mm,
part, I just wanted it
mm.
to go for a little bit.
A little bit
Like I wanted
longer,
him to
yeah.
stretch out that part. Yeah, so that's the only knock. But it's so minuscule, man. I had a blast, man, and I feel like him going from Wakanda Forever to this,
Drastic
it's
change,
it's
right?
night and day difference. It's night and day
Drastic
difference, man.
change.
And it
He put his.
just
You can tell. Not.
it felt
I
like he
don't
was
mean to
more
cut you
creative
off.
in this.
Yeah, he put his heart. He talks about, and I ain't trying to knock him when talk about Wakanda Forever, but he talks about Wakanda Forever like he put his heart into that, and you can tell he didn't put his heart into that. He
No,
put
that
his
was all
heart into
studio.
this. That was all
Yeah.
studio. He put his heart into this.
Mhm.
He put his feet.
Mhm.
What's her name?
Ankles.
One week put her drawers in it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Hallie Stein, she put her bra in it. Like they all just was articles of clothing. They were just, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
this was, and it seemed like they had a time doing this movie. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
man.
And that's
Absolutely.
why when coming back full circle to Wakanda Forever, you didn't have the heart to do that movie, so you shouldn't have
No.
done it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell the difference, man. He had fun with this, man. The cats had fun with this. Miles Catton, man. To be your jump out role, my goodness, man, he killed it, bro. I thought that man was a seasoned actor. You know who I thought he was? I thought he was Caleb McCullough at first. Like
Yeah.
when I was watching, I was
Yeah.
like, wait, he in this? I was like, nah, that's not him. Because when he started talking, you could hear like he got a voice on him, like a
Oh yeah.
speaking voice.
Yeah.
Also, one like nitpick thing, the accents were a little strong. Sometimes you couldn't understand what they were saying without the subtitles, and that's coming from somebody from the South.
Right, but you could tell that's just force. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think nobody there was from maybe Haley Steinfeld is the
Yeah.
closest to a southern
Yeah.
state. I think she's from like Carolina or Virginia or something like that.
I
So everybody
think
else
so. Because
is
Delroy Lindo, he from London, right?
Yeah, he from London. Your
Yeah.
boy is from Jersey.
Michael B. Jordan from the West Coast.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan from Jersey.
I thought
He
he
from
was
New
from
Jersey.
Cali.
Nope, he from New Jersey. That's crazy, right? He from New Jersey. Old girl is from
gotta update that IMDb then.
She from London. And I forgot what the other girl from I forgot what she from. She might be from a southern state, but yeah, for the most part, none of the you know, and I don't know where the dudes what's his name who played
Miles Catton? Sammy?
No, the white vampire. I don't know where he from.
Jack O'Connell.
Jack O'Donnell. Yeah, Jack O'Connell. I'm sorry, Jack O'Donnell.
Yeah, man. He man, talk, and this is what I love, man. So when you put your heart into a movie, you can tell by the villains. So when your villain is good, it sets the stage for everything else. So we can just go ahead and jump into in the spoilers, man. And if you want to talk about your favorite part of it, then I'll run mine. But what was like your this is it moment for that movie? I know you probably had a bunch of them, but like what was like that one scene?
The one that I got the chill, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people got the chills too, but the music and time translap fucking that really gave me the chills, man, because I was like, damn, he really taking it there with the music. And then you know what I'm saying, with the vampire to be watching it and him getting the feeling like, oh no, I gotta go get that nigga. That's the one I gotta go get. You know what I'm saying? Because I want his stories. I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like that connected everything together, because he could have just kept on going down the street, even though he knew, and not to get ahead too much, but he knew the clan was gonna come double back, and you know what I'm saying? He knew all of that, but he was. Right. I'm here for the music, my God. Where's the music man? You know what I'm saying? That's what's so dope. And then for them, like I said, to bring in, because you know, I believe in the whole operating off of vibrations and energy and stuff like that. So that really hit home to me because of that. You know what I'm saying? Music being vibrational, being able to open up, to let the veil down. That's basically what it was. The veil disappeared when they was in there playing and doing the stuff that they was doing, man. It was crazy. It was great. I think that's dope. Especially with black folks being of musical people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. When I tell you, man, I could do a thesis on just that scene alone. So it starts off with Miles Catton just, man, singing from like his feet, man. Like that voice came from his feet. And then he starts, and then everybody joins in, and he's singing this song. And the song that he's singing, it basically gets everybody going. And then the shot that he does when he puts the fire to the roof and the walls come down, bro. I was like, hey, I couldn't rewind.
I know, right? I
Theater,
would have, but that's what I with it catching on fire, not to cut you, but that was the veil coming down.
Right.
I'm piercing time, I'm piercing space. I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like people alive, people dead. This is what music does, man. That was crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree, man. I sat and I watched that scene, and I mean twice, and I was just like, man, I gotta see it again. And it's like, you know, this is one of those movies that has a lot of rewatchability because sometimes you do miss things that you know, even when you go see it. But just that scene, man, is my favorite just because it has all kind of elements to it. And it takes creativity and coordination to make that type of scene happen because you have different genres of music playing at the same time as while he's doing it. You have different things going on. So your eyes are bouncing all around, but you're still focused on what the actual thing is. You have different cultures in there because you didn't only have, you know, African and Black cultures, you also had Asian cultures in there, but which also had African influence to them.
Right. Yeah. I want to say Native American was in there.
I believe so.
Like you said, the Asian. I don't know why I want to say it was a white. Was there a white?
Something that was after. We're gonna talk about that one because that scene that one almost.
No, I know he killed that scene. They killed that. But I mean, I'm talking about doing that. I've only seen it once, so I could be.
It was the river dance. So the river dance is the one you're thinking about. That wasn't a part of it though.
Yeah, no, I know that wasn't a part of it.
I was like, I'm cool with it, but like, I was like, man, it's going on a little too long. It's going on. It was going a little too long. But man, like when the music starts for this, I think, and I don't think it's no fault to the movie, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to not overcome, but to go beyond that feeling of what you watch. Because I think that's what everybody, like when everybody got hit by the movie, I think like that's the part that most people are talking about. Because it was just I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
And then when Jamie Lawson got on and she started singing, you know, it's other stuff going on at the time where she's singing, but also, man, I don't know what it is. It just reminds me of that picture where she's stomping, hitting the ground, and everybody's going, and it's like
the Sugar Shack.
It's like, man, I just it's one of those things of which I really loved Ryan Coogler's creativity in this, and it's just like this is what I've been looking for from Black film for the longest. There you go. And he has talent to do so. And it's like we just don't want to do it sometimes, but it's like man, we could just do that in different things, like just throw our own creativity in there. You know, we don't have to gatekeep everything. You know, white actors, white white people can be in the movie.
I mean, they here. But, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's not like they're not here, but that our culture, our elements should like be flowing in our movies. And I feel like sometimes we just get stuck on the dramas. And it's like, man, we are so much more than that.
Yeah. I'm with you. It's like you're not. It's like I was watching. Who was I watching? Deontay Kai. I don't know if you're familiar with him, man, but he was having a conversation on another podcast, and they were talking about code switching, right? Yeah. And you know the why we do code switching and why we might need to stop code switching. And I think that goes to down. Right. Not only that, you don't get to express your code because you're too busy code switching. Whoever culture you're talking to, they don't get to embrace your culture because you're too busy trying to, you know, code switch,
trying to make it easy on somebody.
Right, make it easy on them. Don't make it easy on. They should be able to. They big people. You know what I'm saying? They grown ups. They big people. Let them embrace your culture. You know what I'm saying? Let them. And when I say embrace it, meaning let them go through that same journey that you're going through with their culture because you're code switching to be a part of their culture, right? They not code switching. So you shouldn't code switch.
They comfortable.
You should be comfortable and talk how you talk. dress how you dress, walk how you
Right.
walk. Now, it's certain places, I mean, there's professional places, we code switch for
Correct.
professionalism and stuff like that. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about on just a random, you just sit, you walk in. If it's a whole bunch of others in whatever room, don't worry, like you said, don't worry yourself down just because it's those type of people in the room. You know what I mean? Take up space.
Absolutely. Now,
take up space.
Now we could talk about the river dance. Now, I know a lot of people are cool with it, but it was just like I felt like it went on for like a touch too long. I was okay with it. I was okay with it, but it went on a touch too long. I was like, all right now.
I thought they was killing. I thought it was a way for like a compare and contrast, right? Like we just got
Irish culture.
Well, not even that. Just we just pierced the veil doing that. Here is his way of kind of the same thing. Yeah, like a response. Not in the film, but just artistically. Cougar was like, okay, we did that. Let me give this side, but also it does kind of, to me, I took it like, because that's when he had, he done got everybody for the most part. Now they with me. Let me show you how inclusive I'm trying to be, because some shit, but as soon as they break, some stuff about to go down. You don't even know. So come join with, look, I'm treating your people good. Come on this way, man. We got the river dance going. We got, you know what I'm saying? They out here sea walking, bee walking, river dancing. Come on through, stomping the feet. Come on, man. Kick it. I took it that way. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took it.
Okay, when you put it like that, it makes sense. When you put it like that, it makes a little bit more sense.
Because to me, the whole thing, and not to skip ahead, but when I think his name was Remick, the vampire, when he was talking, and he was saying, hey, look, we all about love. The whole thing with him, even though he was, depending on how you look at what a vampire is, he was like, it's all about love, man. Y'all over here suffer. It's Jim Crow era. I know what these folks is doing to you, man. You come kick it with me, you ain't got to suffer no more. Because I'm doing this out of love. Because after,
No, I was saying I saw something on somebody saying something about when he said, oh, y'all saying suffering, just come with me. And it was kind of like, him speaking to the black struggle of like, yo, man, y'all ain't got to deal with this, man. Y'all going through it, bro. Y'all hate
going through it. I got you. They hate you. I got you, though. I'm the one who gonna take you through it, baby. Come on, man. But, but it also could be a metaphor for how they lay that trap. Right?
That's facts.
That's why this movie is so layered. It's so many, you know what I'm saying, stuff to peel back. So much.
It's a lot of different layers to it. Now, one part that I will say had my questions. I put it on my notes. So in the beginning, when we're introduced to Remick or whatever, and he falls out the sky basically, but he's probably like running or something like that. Or he might have jumped because you see in the part where he goes after Mary, he elevates.
Yeah.
But the Native Americans are chasing after him, and he gets to the couple that stays in the KKK couple or whatever, Klan couple, and he gets inside, and the Native Americans show up. They're like, "Hey man, listen, he ain't what you think he is."
Right.
And it's like, she was like, hey, wait, I ain't gonna let you in. They were just like, you know what? We're gonna pray for you. we're gonna pray for you. And it was just like, I wanted to see more of them or what happened with that. That was one thing I was like, so I guess like it's an issue of like, yo, man, what was the director's cut like? Because I know they probably cut some stuff out of this movie. So was that part of the director's cut where like they cut that part out? Because I would love to see that scene of how they knew what was going on. And it could be that they did invite him in and he killed some of their people, so they were just like kind of after him.
Yeah.
So
that was one of my nitpicks. The Indians came and went. That was actually one of my nitpicks, because it's like I actually thought they was gonna show back up.
At the beginning, in the morning?
At the end, yeah. I thought they were going to show back up in the morning, but it turned out to be the other people,
Yeah.
But that's who I thought was going to show up, because like you said, what happened? Because he just fell out the sky. Like, Also, I don't now. It could be more symbolism. Fallen angel. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we meet him, falling out of the sky. Boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And running up on the couple. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
The devil had the most beautiful voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So it could be a lot of
Now, my
symbolism
only
too.
thing,
I know Cool isn't far from that. What's up?
yeah, my only thing is it was daylight. So where did he come from? You know what I'm saying? It was daylight.
Yeah.
Because he was burning. So was he under
was.
a cover? What was going? You know what I'm saying? Like, where did he actually come from? That's my only thing.
Or was he on back of like their wagon or something and then got away?
Could be. Yeah. Could be.
Yeah. That's the answer that could have been. Who was I gonna ask about, man? Delroy Lindo, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this man in so many different things, and like I feel like he has one of the most pivotal speeches in this. When he was talking about,
Side of the road.
the side of the road thing, where he was
You
speaking
know them?
on
I know
what happened.
all of them. Yeah, he
Right,
was like, I know all of them. Yeah,
right, man. He started telling the story. You just kind of you take that and then you mix it in with what Remick said, and it's like, man, it all ties in. So it was just like it was beautiful symmetry, man. And I want to give. I know I could be like one of Michael's biggest critics sometimes, man. But I want to give him some shine, some praise for what he did.
yeah,
As far as playing like the twins, man. That's a hard thing to do. Like it's a hard thing to do. Like like if you ever taken like acting classes and stuff like that, like you got to do something like that. It's a tough thing to do because you gotta think in two different ways, and you
two
can't do the
different ways,
same
different
similarities with the
nuances and
person.
stuff. Yeah,
Correct. Especially if you're not doing it where it's just over the top, like how what was the movie with Robert De Niro where he played two characters. They were night and day difference. But it's like when you had this one with Michael B. Jordan, it was more so subtle.
right.
Differences were subtle, and it was just to me, I feel like it was his best role. Just
Yeah. No, most
if you
definitely was
take
his best role.
he's done, if you take what he's done in like Black Panther, and then you mixing it with this, Fruitvale Station, Creed were great, but this was something that you never seen him do before, and it was in a different type of movie. So for me, like I really feel like I have to give him his flowers on this one, man. He did his thing.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. This
Now,
was. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying. Yeah, this is most definitely his best role. And you can, and like I said, I only watched it one time. You can see the differences in the twins, right? How
Correct.
Smoke acted and how Stack acted was. One was a little bit more overt with the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to call him violent, but he was a little bit more real defensive. And then, you know what I'm saying? I want to say that was Smoke. Smoke was the oldest one. He was a little bit more defensive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to say Smoke was the oldest, right?
Red I believe so. Blue hat. Yeah.
Blue
Smoke was the blue.
Yeah.
Stack was the red
hat. Yeah. And
Stack was a little bit more reckless.
Right. He was a little bit more not forward thinking as because he always had the his older brother to look out for him. So it's like I got that, I can be reckless. You know what I'm saying? Because my brother gonna come in and save the day anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope how they portrayed that. You know what I'm saying? In the makeup, not just the talking, but how the standing, the posture, you know what I'm saying? All of that.
It was definitely different. So Lee John Lee plays Grace. Now her boat was outside. He done got turned. They all inside trying to figure out what to do. And the only way that you can let these vampires in is to tell them they can come in. I ain't gonna hold you, boy. I wanted to strangle her right. But She yelling out, "Come in," and I think
Come in, motherfuckers.
yeah, I was like, come on, man. So the vampires rush in, and it's pretty quick with the deaths. Um, and I think, like, I'm not gonna lie, one character I did not want to see die was Annie.
Yeah.
That that I was like, come on, man. Come on, man.
I kind of knew it. There was some foreshadowing going on.
With
It,
the yeah.
yeah, it was some foreshadow going on. I kind of seen it. You know what I'm saying? But you're right, seeing her die, even when Stat got turned, right? I was like,
Yeah,
shit.
the stack one was wild. So for everybody who hasn't seen this movie, and it's a thing with vampires. They're very seductive, very sexual.
Yeah.
This movie, it's a lot of that in it.
A lot of people keep saying I didn't take it as that. You know what I'm saying? I took it as it's because
okay. So what? So
I
what about
mean,
the
okay,
scene?
you had like Hallie Steinfeld said some stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it might sound a little egregious or over the top, but I'm like, this 2025, that ain't nothing I ain't heard before. And I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, they talk like I'm pretty sure they was real nasty back then.
Oh, they did. Because
You
it's
know what
that
I'm
one
saying?
lady. I can't think of her name right now, but she got them wild songs. But
yeah.
But that one scene, that's one scene in particular with Miles Catton and Jamie Lawson, where he like, hey, he said, I just
I
want to
want
take
to
that.
taste.
She said, let me wash up first. He said, nah, I just want to taste it. I said, boy, you want that twang, boy. I said,
I
hey.
ain't got time for all that. I want to taste it. Come on now.
Boy,
Come on now.
she was fine though, boy. She was fine.
Yeah.
She was, man. It's some beautiful black people in this movie, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like really is some beautiful black people in this movie, man. Who would you say is a character that stole the show for you?
Stole the show. Honestly, even though it's a black movie, I guess her little quarter or whatever she is, octoroon. Haley Steinfeld, man, she and they played into it too,
Oh, they did.
They played for her because I wasn't looking for her to even have that type of vernacular. The I don't want to call it black, but I guess it would kind of be, what I'm saying, black. The Southern black vernacular that she was using and speaking, because she wasn't speaking like she was some kind of white Southern belle. That ain't how she was speaking. She was speaking like,
no.
I done been out on the
she was
block
speaking
with
like
you.
Annie.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was and I was like, dude, maybe do she really got that in here? I wanted to go, girl, let me go see what's really in your past.
It was a real thing. It was a real thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she really pulled that off. And I know she got, I think her granddaddy was black or something like that. I think what it was. But I'm like,
I think that's what it was.
I'm saying in real life, I think in real life, her granddaddy was black, right? I'm like, do you go and kick it with your granddaddy people? You kicking it with your granddaddy people like that? Is that where this is coming from? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really got some of that in you? Because she really, you know what I'm saying, pulled that off. Annie, what's her name? One Me, I think it's her name. One Me.
I don't wanna
Yeah, I don't want
mispronounce
to
her
butcher. I
name.
think
That's why
that's
I
how you
keep calling
pronounce it.
Amy. One Me, I believe.
Yeah, One Me. She I already knew she had that, from what's my joint with Jonathan Majors?
Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country. From Lovecraft Country. She also she did a biopic. She was somebody I can't think of it. But she got the range.
I know it from Lovecraft Country. But
yeah, she a killer. She a killer for real.
I was surprised about her relationship with Michael B. Jordan. I wasn't expecting them to do that because she's a beautiful woman. But like when it comes to plus size women, they don't really put them in those loving roles, especially with somebody, like a Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean, I said this in my in my spoiler free review, man. Like that was one of like the things that I really loved about it,
That
like
was
their
dope, yeah.
relationship, and it's like she a lot of woman, it's a lot of woman, but she definitely killed her role as the hoodoo lady.
Yeah.
She was like, she said, your body remembered me or something like that. I said, yes, Lord.
Yeah. I said, oh, I'm about to use that shit.
Hey man, hey, cold with it.
Cold.
For me, man, at first when I first watched the movie, my first run around, man, my takeaway was Delroy Lindo, man. It's because he had so many different gems. Like
Yeah.
he was the comedic relief, but he was also like he spoke some real stuff, some real deep stuff, man. Reminded me of my uncle, man.
Yeah.
But when I found out that this was Miles Catton's first role, bruh, I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
like he killed it. He
I did
definitely
a
killed it.
little
I mean,
research on him. I did a little research on him.
mhm,
He's trying to get his music stuff off the ground. And
mhm.
no,
Oh, it's
no,
gonna take off.
yeah, it's
It's
gonna
about to
take off
take
now.
off.
No followers, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, they went and
Yeah,
got somebody that they can,
bruh,
putty. We can mold this
raw,
dude and make him a superstar. I was
raw.
like, damn. But yeah, that voice alone is
Yeah, man.
crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
And that
Yeah,
was he learned how to play the guitar for this role. That's what's crazy.
really.
Yeah.
That's insane, bro. I looked
Yeah.
up that man's IMDb. I said,
Yeah. No scroll at all, right? Just...
what you mean? Like,
That's
that's it? Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But man, the entire cast did their thing. Omar Benson Miller is cornbread, bro.
Oh yeah.
When he was getting ready to try to come back in the juke joint, man, he like, hey, all right, well, step aside, let me in.
Step aside, let me in.
Just step aside. She said, hold up, why you don't you be coming in and out all night? Why you don't just come in? I like to be invited in. He was like,
He said, that's rude.
he said, that's rude. Hey man, I was like, oh yeah, this man, when what happened when I think it was the first time they found out that everybody had turned into vampires or something like that. No, where I think it was Stack. I think he broke down the door and ran out.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Delroy Lindo's character Slim was like, man, I think I just shot myself.
Yeah,
I think that was the scene.
yeah.
But boy, I said, man, it was such a natural reaction to what was going on. It's like everybody felt like they were in some natural, spaces in here, man. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that you cared about the characters because like I know I talked about like the pacing in the beginning, but like you cared about the characters more because that pacing in the beginning,
Yeah.
like literally, build up these characters, to where you actually care what happened to them. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you really only see at the beginning of the movie, it starts off with just Miles Catton walking into his father's church as he's giving a sermon. And you don't really know what's going on other than, hey fellas, I would tell you, listen to this. If you're going with your lady at the beginning of the movie, it's some jump scares. So don't flinch. It's jump scares in the beginning. It's some jump scares in the beginning. Depending on what you go see it at. If you see it at IMAX, Adobe, it's gonna take you out your seat. But from that point, like what's going on? Because I think then you move on. Your next interaction is with Stack and Smoke and they're getting they're buying the juke joint.
Or
And
the mill.
they asked
Mill.
the mill. They asked them, hey man, why these floors like they just been clean? So y'all boys ask a lot of questions. Y'all boys. Hey, cuz. Hey,
Right.
stall them out. But but you know, they don't find out until the end. He was like, because like when he was explaining like, yo, like these people don't like you, they'll come back to kill you. He was like, yeah, this was a slaughterhouse.
Yep,
Like
slaughterhouse.
that's why the floor was just clean. This was a slaughterhouse, and he was gonna come back with his friends or whatever. And you see that at the end. I thought that was a very, very pivotal part too. Because like you really did care about his relationship with Annie. And
Yeah,
it kind of
the
yeah, go ahead.
rough build, the slow build up, I think paid off because, like you said, it took its time giving you just enough character background. Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
what was his name? Catton. What was the character's name?
Sammy.
Sammy. You get a
Yeah.
little background on Sammy. Boom. We move forward to the
Mm-hmm.
twins. You get some background on the twins. The twins start recruiting. You go get background on Delroy Lindo's character. You go get some background on Annie's character. You go get some back. We even Haley Stanfield pops in. You get a little back. You know what I'm saying? Like they just start putting the pieces together. Cornbread. You know what I'm saying? Like so, we putting all these
Right.
pieces together because I want you to care about these characters because we about to get rid of some of these. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely. It's about to be some people that's gonna get up out of here.
So I think movies need to learn from that. Like you go into a movie, and I talk about stakes a lot when I talk films or TV shows. If ain't no stakes or it's not making me care about what you're doing, then I'ma just watch and be like,
I don't want to. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't care.
Where's the care in it? And to double back on like Marvel or some of these, high budget films, it's like y'all not paying off nothing. Y'all not making me care. I don't care about Black Captain America. Like y'all didn't make me care about this dude, at all. You know what I mean?
You didn't build up. You had a TV series and you still didn't make me care. Like
Still didn't make me care about him. You know what I'm saying?
So you ain't got no money. It's okay. Well,
right. It
like
sound about right. But it's like as I'm watching this 2-hour film, 2 hour and some change, I fell in love with 4 out of 5 of these characters that they, gave me. And then they killed some or turned them. And I'm like, fuck, why y'all not him or not her or not? You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn.
Yeah.
So
that Annie one hit me hard, boy. I was like, no.
And the way she went down,
then they
you know
got,
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Then they got Pearline. I was like, hey man, come on, man. Everybody gone, all the women.
And
folk.
what was a dope scene is how she went strictly for her husband. When the vampires rushed, she ran past everybody, went straight to her husband.
Yeah, she did. And they both burned.
Bro, yep.
God. Yeah,
both
I mean,
burned.
she let everybody in, so what it is. But man, I was looking up Jamie Lawson's IMDb, man. She's been in some stuff. I forgot she was in The Woman King. I forgot she was one of the I think she played did she play the I think she played like the one that was her daughter or something like that. But no, she played the wife. She played one of the wives.
Okay, because I was gonna say I know she. Yeah, she was the
John Boyega.
Yeah, she was the one who was she the jealous one?
I don't know which one, but all of
they was there. I know.
Yeah, they were all they all looked. Hey, I said, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at her stuff now. Woman King. She was the lawyer in Batman.
Yeah, I remember her in that.
Not the lawyer. Was the lawyer or mayor? What she was? I think it was the mayor.
I think so. Yeah.
Farewell Armor.
Apparently, she's supposed to be in the. She's supposed to be in the Running Man.
Oh, that's gonna be dope. I wonder what role she gonna play in that. Oh, she playing. So she playing the wife. That's crazy. She gonna play the wife. The wife that they say he killed.
So they're going. So they're going a different route. Right,
Yeah,
cool.
they got to. Okay.
All
Ben Richards,
right.
that's one mean motherfucker. That's my movie, though, man. I love
It was a classic. It was definitely a classic, man. But for this, man, I think when we get to the vampire scene, and it's like you realize that everybody's kind of gone. It's literally Sammy and Smoke left.
That's it.
And there's nothing else. So that's when you have Remick give this speech about how nobody cares about y'all, saying just join us, and he's like, man, I want your music. He's like, I just want your music. I want to see my friends again. I got some people on the other side I'm trying to bring in. And it's just like, to have that realization that the sun is coming up, that was kind of it wasn't a cop out, but I was like, man, so don't nobody know that the sun getting ready to come up? Like, can't nobody feel it? Like, it's not really a thing. But it happens. It's a nitpick. It's another nitpick.
Yeah. I don't know, because you got to think it was a lot going on that night. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Smoke and Sammy knew. But the vampires, they might not necessarily, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they got a biological clock that lets them know the sun up, sun. Maybe they do. Maybe that's, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's just if it's still the same. Annie said that because at first she thought that was hates, you know what I'm saying? But then she was like, nah, these are vampires. Vampires are different from hates because they keep their soul. Their soul is just stuck here. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? So maybe for the most part, they just still human, you know what I'm saying? They just, lapse in mind, you know what I'm saying? So, but I don't want to say it was a cop out. To me, this was like a classic vampire ending. The sun comes up, you know what I'm saying? And sanitizes, the shit or whatever. So
that's why I said I didn't want to call it a cop out. It was just
it was to me, this movie ain't even a vampire movie. You know what I'm saying? It's not. The reason I say that is because it's just vampires just happen to be a character in what's going on with everything else. You know what I'm saying? This happened to be a night they was partying, we kicking it. The fucking vampires showed up. We got them out of here. The clan showed up. I got them out of here. You know what I'm saying? Sammy wanted, it was like a lot of stuff. Got Jim Crow era, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? We came from Chicago. Like, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, normally vampire movies, we focus strictly on we didn't even get a lot of killing. Matter of fact, nobody, if you really think about it, nobody died. The vampire just turned everybody. He didn't kill. There wasn't no heads ripping off. No, vampire movies is normally like gore, or you know what I'm saying? I can turn you, but I'm not turning you. I just want to drink your blood and kill you. You know what I'm saying? This dude was just all about turning everybody.
That's all he wanted to do.
Come on, kick it with me. Let's turn.
That's all he wanted to do. So
I want to know how he got.
I agree with that.
That goes back to what you said. Like, how did he just end up by being what it was like 600 years old or whatever? Like, you 600 years old. Where all you people went? Yeah,
and that's why I said I think with the whole Native American thing, like I think that could be part of why it was just him. Did they catch them all? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it could be something like that because like a lot when you look at like a lot of the history of it, their culture and like African culture kind of coexist to like how they view spirits and certain different things. So I absolutely agree, man. What did you think? So did you see both after credit scenes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one where Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld come into the dressing room of Sammy. She's an older man. It was kind of interesting because Michael B. Jordan's like, yeah, man, I could smell death on you.
Yeah,
It's close. And he was like, man, I could turn you where you just, you could tour for forever, man. He was like, man, I've seen enough of this place. Yeah. I was like, that's a cool line, man. That's a cool thought process because he could have been like, yeah, hey, go ahead. This time I'm old. Let's go ahead and do it. But no, I think that was really cool. And then like the ending, I think that was just like here you go.
Yeah, let me showcase the skill, man. Go ahead, get busy.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all it was. But both scenes were good. I mean, it's not something that you have to stay for, but if you really want to see the actual end of the movie.
Yeah, no, I think the mid-credit scene is way more important. You know what I'm saying? And this goes to the him this reverting back to him owning it in 20 years, I think, or something like that. If he wanted to franchise this, I think it'd be dope. Imagine seeing their storyline from 1930s up until what was that, 92?
I believe so, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What did they do in that 60-year time period? You know what I'm saying? Just I think it'd be a dope if he wanted to franchise it. I think it could be dope.
Yeah,
I think
you can do something, even if you wanted to, even if you wanted to futurize
92 to 4. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying even if you wanted to futurize it.
Yeah.
So so something like that. I think another thing that would be interesting would be this. What Smoking Stack did in Chicago with Capone. That would be interesting. How'd y'all get that money? How'd y'all trick them into doing that?
Yeah.
So I think it's a lot of layers in this, man. And I really feel like, Ryan Coogler stretched his legs on this, man. He showed his creativity. He showed his mental, ability to stretch stories. I would like to see more of it. I would definitely like to see more of it. Man, we still don't have like a black Harry Potter movie, man. I thought it was gonna be the Society of Magical Negroes, but that's not what that was at all.
But I think what's dope about this, Jordan Peele, and Tyler Perry, you need to look at these two brothers, man. They not scared. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Peele is letting other people come in on his production company and direct stuff. You know what I'm saying? Coogler the same way with the Creed situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would like to, Tyler Perry, you got a lot of money, you got a lot of cachet in the industry. Open up, bro. Quit writing all your own stuff because it's redundant. Give some of these, real repetitive. Give some of these other creators an opportunity to write and direct, like you said, a Harry Potter, something different than the norm of what we're getting. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to do that. If this movie goes out and makes 300, 350, maybe 400, half a billy, come on, man. They got to start coming to the table. I don't want to hear that old black movies, black fantasy or black horror or black horror. Look at Jordan Peele. That won an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? Look at what Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Like black fantasy, black sci-fi, black horror. These things work if given the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like that's the only way we'll get an Adam Brashear movie, man. Like
that story is so dope. That's the story, right? A black superhero had to hide his face during the 60s and 70s, or the 60s, because he knew if he took that mask off,
right?
You know what I mean?
But he's the most powerful person, like probably in the universe. Yeah.
And when the president said, "Hey, look, man, you gotta sit down somewhere," he wouldn't have sat down.
He did.
He wouldn't have sat down because he believed in he believed in the country so much. He was like, "Nah, the president told me to sit down. I'm gonna sit down. They got it." You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I'm the most powerful person in the world right now. Imagine Superman. Hey, Soup, you gotta sit down, bro. Say what? I gotta quit saving people. You crazy, man. All right, I just won't do it here. You know what I'm saying? That's probably Superman. Probably I won't do it here. I'm gonna keep saving people.
I go somewhere else. I go somewhere else.
Come on, man. That's a dope story. Um,
Yeah, I really hope that this just launches like different things, man. And it's like we get them, but we get them in spurts. Like
mm,
we don't get a continuous thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't get like black spy movies. Like we don't
right.
get, you know, like you can do it dope. Like even if you wanted to do period pieces, man, you could do that. Like wow, like we don't. All of our stories don't have to be tragic.
Trauma based.
We
Yeah.
can, you know, we can play with dragons and stuff too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like it just
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
doing it.
I made a big, I ain't gonna say a big stink, but you know, they got a Predator anime. I'm a big Predator fan. They got a Predator animated series coming out,
I saw that.
and
Mhm.
you know, it was Vikings and Japanese. I'm like, y'all act like African warlords wasn't out here wrecking shop, and you know what I'm saying, doing like, imagine this dude, the Predator, crashed in the savannah, the jungles of Africa, lost all his equipment, and now he got to survive Africa. Come on, man. That's what I want to see. Let me see. Let me see him without
Especially if
all
you
the
had
gadgets.
in like that Black Panther, like the Black Panther story for that one was dope,
Yeah.
man. Like
Mhm.
you know, so if they did do that, you know, they can do something similar to it. So it's
Yeah,
stories out
man.
there, man. We just got to put them out there. As far as this one, man, um, they didn't leave any fat on the
Oh
movie,
no.
man. I think they got what they could out of it. I'm not a perfect score giver, man, but I definitely give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
I had it a 4. I had it a 4,
uh,
then I sat on it for a little bit. I said, yeah, I gotta give it a 4.5,
no,
man. It's
this
just it's good.
only reason I'm not a perfect guy neither, but I'm gonna give it a perfect score because of it encompassed everything. And like I said, I
I
can
can
nitpick it
respect
down
that.
to a 9.5, but as far as culture, uh Black American culture, music, storytelling, character development, like you said, it was very lean, no fat on this at all. You know what I'm saying? It you leave this movie full. You leave it full. And without you know, we got questions from super analyzing it, but just watching it, I don't think they leave the theater with a question. Like what?
No,
I
no,
think
no.
everything was answered in this movie. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Most of my questions came from my first watch. The
Yeah.
second watch, I was just there. I was there. I was having
Mhm.
a good time. The first time the the juke joint scene didn't hit me as hard. The
Mm.
second time when I went to go see it, I was like, "Yo, man, hey!"
Yeah.
I almost, "Hey, man, rewind that, rewind that back," because it was just so much ingrained in that one scene, man. Like, it's. I like to leave room for improvement, but I feel like it's a perfect. I feel like it's a perfect movie as it can be.
Right.
There
Yeah.
are
I
things
say
that
that.
can improve it. Um, but like when it comes to rewatchability, I feel like this has it. Now I ain't gonna go see it as many times as I went to go see Black Panther, but I will go see this again.
Hey,
Uh,
but
man, I
people are
saw
doing
Black
that with
Panther like,
yeah.
sheesh,
But
boy,
people are
it was
doing
up
it.
there.
I gotta go take my wife. She didn't go see it, so I gotta go take her. So this will be my second time, her first time. Um, but yet now people is going to see this multiple. It's multiple viewings on this, man. Like you said, the rewatchability
Absolutely,
is high. People are buying out theaters. Because people want to see that. Look, man, the theater was full of white folks.
same, same,
I wasn't expecting that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, what? What's
And
and
they
they
were
was
having a good time.
good. I was finna say they was glued. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't be understanding when they say a black film won't sell. If it's a
Mhm.
good story, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's a good story, because we're so in black folks so inclusive. I was watching it was a dude on TikTok. We got the black circus down here right now.
Mhm.
And he was like, man, I took my family to the black circus. You know what I'm saying? And he was just talking
Mhm.
about how friendly the atmosphere was. And my son, I think his son was like 6 or 7, had the
Mhm.
best time in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And he was glued to it. I'm glued to it. And after we left, he was saying like it's crazy because I know he's gonna grow up and he's gonna have to face reality about race and stuff like this. But just being in there around folks who look different and not feeling like I didn't belong.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that's black folks. You go to a black club, ain't nobody gonna spit in your drink, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody gonna treat you no different.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this was that type of movie. This was like, yeah, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, we not treating you no different. That's the thing about when he was like, what about her? And she was like, oh, I'm family. That's kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
she said that's family right there.
When you in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And absolutely. That's what I had liked about it.
Absolutely, man. I absolutely agree, man. Definitely go see this again. Like I said, I'm not gonna hit the Black Panther because that one, bro. I think I'm like, and I need like a lot of people to understand when that character first came out in Civil War. I was obsessed because as a kid, that was my first comic I was introduced to.
Oh, was it?
So it was like, yeah. So it was like,
yeah.
Like I'm there, man. Like I'm there. I'm there. Yeah, I bought as much like memorabilia I could find. Man, I was like Funko Pops that just came out for that. I was like, oh yeah, give them all to me. Give them all to me.
Yeah, no, that's dope. That's your first shit.
Yeah, like that was my first. Like yeah, like as far as
what year?
Go,
what year? You got your first comic?
Oh man, I don't know. I was maybe like 6 or 7. It wasn't something that I bought. It was given to me.
Yeah, give it to you. Like mid-90s. What?
Yeah. So it was around like 91.
Okay. Yeah. That's crazy because it was probably around the same time my first comic I remember having. It's crazy. Sleepwalker. It was 3 comics. Sleepwalker. It was a Punisher, War Journal, and I think it was was it Transformers? It was a Transformers book. Those are like the 3 books I had. Black Panther didn't have a run going on at that time. So you lucky that you got a black, you know what I'm saying? There was no Black Panther run at the time.
It was the OG, it was the OG #1.
I think Black Panther was showing up in West Coast Avengers during that time. He had got the ebony blade from your boy. I think that was like the big thing. And then a little bit later on in the 90s is when they rebooted him, did the Marvel Knights Black Panther and all of that. So yeah, you got lucky with that, man.
It was a big hand-me-down and I lost it.
Damn.
Which was crazy because I want to say maybe a few months ago, I actually found a #1 from the original series. Yeah. I was like, man, it was nostalgic, man, because it's just like dang, like for real.
And it's crazy. I was having an argument with a dude. Black Panther was the first Black Marvel comic book, and I was telling him it wasn't. He was the first Black character, but he wasn't the first Black comic book. Right. Yes, he was. Yeah, I was like, no. Luke Cage was the first Black comic book that came out. Black Panther was the first Black character, but Luke Cage was the first Black comic book. And that man was swearing me up and down, man, until I had to show him. Nah, Luke Cage been out here putting in work too. Don't act like Luke Cage wasn't the guy that they hitched their horse, they wagon to. But yeah, man, it's a lot of I like this blackness going on, especially it's crazy. We get this with what's going on in office right now. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this authentic Black American culture is kicking ass, and I love it. I don't know if you play video games. I've been posting about it, man. South of Midnight.
I saw it, but man, listen, when I tell you I don't be having time. Yeah. I meant to tell you, and I want to send it to you, man. Because I've been working on a Black vampire novel for the past like 7-8 years. Man, so I finally penned like my last sentence like a few
Okay.
days ago, man. So I'm excited. I'm in my editing process for that right now. I done
Yeah.
did some character concept art, man. It was crazy because what happened was I had put it down for a while.
Mm.
So
Sometimes you gotta do that.
when I went to go see the when I went to the press screening for Sinners,
Yeah.
I was like, man, I gotta finish.
Gotta pick it
I
back
was
up.
so I was so inspired to go
Mm.
ahead and knock it out, man. So I finally finished it up. So I'm really excited about that coming
That's
out.
dope, man. That's dope.
So I'm definitely gonna send that over to you just to check it out, man. But
Yeah, I check it out, man. I got I'm actually writing a script, man, based
mhm.
on Black Vampire. So
Okay, hey
yeah,
man,
yeah.
listen, hey brother, Supernatural, is what we
It fits Black for like
it does.
it fits just
It does.
perfectly. You know what I'm saying?
It
Whether
does.
dealing with spirituality, hoodoo, voodoo, you know what I'm saying? All of
Mhm.
that stuff, it fits. And I'm like, why? Eddie Murphy was on to something, y'all just let him, you know what I mean? y'all just let that happen and then go try to correct nothing that he
Evil,
did.
evil. Yeah, man, it does, and I feel like, man, it's getting more and more prominent, especially with directors like Ryan Coogler
Hmm.
and Jordan Peele, man. So I look for more of it, and like I said, I love that they cast dark skinned people for roles, man.
Yeah,
Like
man.
not just black people, but dark skinned people
Dark,
for roles,
dark,
man.
greasy, you know what I'm saying, glowing
Greasy,
at night.
mm,
Just
mm.
yeah, man. Yeah.
black, yeah,
Black, black,
yeah.
shiny black. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched G20,
I ain't watched
but
it yet.
Viola Davis is really known for like she know them snot bubbles or whatever.
Yeah.
You know when she
Mhm.
cries, she didn't do that in this one. But when she was sweaty, boy, I was like, God,
Glistening.
glistening,
Yeah.
man. But bro, I definitely appreciate you, man. I really wanted to talk this movie, man. I know like this is your bag, man, and this is your genre, what you
Oh yeah.
like, man.
Yeah.
And same
Yeah.
for
I love
me.
vampires, man. Vampires all day.
I,
Let's go.
I was waiting for you and Mika and Dre to see it, man, because I was just like, bro, I know where my creative home is and the people
Mm.
that exist in that home, man. And y'all are one of them, man. So one day we're gonna have to go to a premiere. Somebody, some Mika, you, Dre.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be somebody premiere or something, man. And
Yeah.
we gonna have a blast, man. So
Look,
I
if
definitely
I get
appreciate.
a call from somebody and say, "Hey, come hit this red carpet," I got y'all in mind. Don't worry, I'm bringing everybody with me.
Hey man, listen, I'm there.
I'm bringing everybody with me.
But
Yeah,
definitely
man.
appreciate you, man. You just you want to shout out everything from you to the people before we get up out of here.
Yeah. Check us out Mondays. Blurred AF. We do that Mondays at 8. And just check me out at Blues House. I'm dropping. I do blues news, and then I go live on Thursdays. Then I will have my own Sinners spoiler talk myself, so that's coming. I want to put like
Absolutely.
a presentation together. I want, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey man, hey, I'm ready for it. I'm gonna watch out for it. Cause I'll be ready for
yeah,
it, man. I'll be
I
ready
want
for
all
it.
of
Hey,
that, man.
I'm definitely going for my third watch. So when I hit that
Mm-hmm.
third watch, I definitely want to talk about some stuff, and I really want to break down that juke joint scene, man. But like I
I'm
said, I
telling you
appreciate you, brother.
that's the scene. That's the scene, man.
It really is. It really is, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you, brother. I appreciate your time, man. And we're going to
Okay,
catch y'all next time right here on the Popcorn and Beer Podcast. I've been your host, Rashad. And I appreciate my man, Blue from Blues House Live, coming to kick it with me. Y'all be easy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe
that's right.
to all channels, man. Go down in our friends list on the Popcorn and Beer Podcast page. You'll find Blues House. Don't forget to comment. Definitely check that out. Y'all have a great, regardless of when you're watching this, have a great evening, morning, whatever you do. Just watch it. Watch it while
Great
you're at
day.
work. Do it while
Have a
you're at
great
work.
day. Yeah, do it while
Have a
you're at
great
work.
day. All right. Peace.